Hello, beautiful earth angels. Welcome back to Daily Dose of Love. We're going to be divinating you a message from your higher self, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, from the Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. Haven't done one of these divinations for a while, and I'm feeling really called and guided to this. If you don't know what this is, Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows, it's basically abstract emotions that don't exist as words yet. And I love kind of flicking through, pulling a random page, and seeing how this can channel into your experience and a reflection of your intuition right now if you find this. I have Vemane. Feeling small and alone while walking the streets of an unfamiliar city, swept along in the commercial bustle of asphalt and neon, dwarfed by impenetrable monoliths looming high overhead, brushed aside by pulses of traffic carrying on their daily business with nobody willing to look you in the eye except for the posters encrusted on subway walls, each of them pitching at someone other than you. Wow, this is so cool. We have so many loops tapping into this Vemane. Kind of like city is coming through, but I take that for like 40 to 60% of people watching. I'm tuning into that because there's differing timelines. All of you, there is this feeling coming through of feeling separate and feeling in a very far drawn out observer space as you're moving through a city or a town, or as you're moving through a space. I feel like this could be something like you could find yourself in this experience recently. Like you might live in a place like this where you're on trains or there's tall buildings around, or you're in a bit of a city. If not, you could find yourself in the future, near future, on some sort of travel or trip of this kind where you get this feeling. Now it's a feeling that's almost dissociated or very liminal, like it's very reflective, and it feels very astral like in a sense that you're reflecting, you're separate even though you're walking through. It's like they say, it's kind of like you're looking at everyone on their daily business. Everyone feels in their own world, but you don't feel in your own world. You feel tuned into others' worlds, and you're observing everyone go about in their own world, right? It feels like you're popping your head up, looking around, and you're in this higher space of abstract reflection and thought. And I do feel like sometimes you feel separate to almost like you're observing the reality around you or the life around you, and it's almost like time is paused for you in your mind, and you're kind of going through these beautiful reflections of abstract thought when you're in these energies. So this could be calling out for someone as well. You could listen to music or on a commute from work or through your town or your city or wherever you live. There could just be this feeling that you get a lot that is this. And now, what to say about this? You channel a lot in this space. And this is also a space where you tap into your subconscious and the astral space, collective emotion, inspiration to pour into thought, into curious thought, into reflection, into creation, into inspiration. There's something about you being in that space. And yes, what else have we got here? And it said at the end as well, each of them pitching at someone other than you. It's almost like you bring this through as if it's like you see through maybe like psychological tactics or subliminal conditionings or intentions. You see through intentions. You look at life around you very objectively. You see maybe billboards or posters advertising things, and instead of being in it and feeding with it, you're kind of observing the actual context of what it is. It's like you're very abstract, you're very metaphysical. It's like you're questioning deeper the metaphysics of society, the world around you. You're like, look at these people walking around in their own worlds, this and that. This is what I'm talking about. It's this very metaphysical, drawn out, maybe like third perspective type of observation on society or the world around you, and you're making observations. This isn't necessarily judging, and some observations can be all kinds of energy and frequency. It can be negative or positive. And in fact, in this space, there is no negative or positive. It just is. You're seeing cause and effect. You're observing things around you. I keep also seeing, for some reason, like someone walking a dog. Like I'm seeing a dog on a harness on a lead. Yeah, specifically like maybe a collar, but also a harness. And this could be like a brownie dog or like a stockier dog of some kind. You could have maybe like a darker colored lead, or like a gray or a navy or a darker gray lead. And this could be like a brown or a sandy colored dog. For some of you, like the ears could poke up a bit. Like this could be a dog that's a bit sturdier, even if they're smaller. And they could be short haired for some of you. That's like specific. That is literally a specific message for somebody, because maybe you walk your dog and have these thoughts at nighttime. I'm seeing someone look at street lights or lampposts when it's dimmer or darker. But it's very interesting, the thought space you enter when you're in that place, when you're in these moments. It really is. And this is a space where you're channeling a lot and really tapping into something bigger and more expanded than yourself. You're really drawing out of the self. This is when you're kind of transcending and expanding your consciousness, or your awareness is expanding in these spaces of time, in these moments. So it's kind of interesting at the start where it says feeling small and alone whilst walking the streets of an unfamiliar city. Because like I say, some of you could be moving. Some of you could be moving or at an unfamiliar location, but it could put you in this drawn out space still. It's so interesting. It's like you could be in an unfamiliar place, or even if it's a familiar place, it's just out of the normal a bit. Or I'm catching you in these reflective moments and you're feeling maybe sentimental. Maybe some of you could be traveling or going away, or I'm also picking up nighttime a lot as well. But that's very interesting. Feeling alone. This is almost like in your inner monologue, to thinking to yourself as you're walking around. You feel, this is what we said at the start, separate sometimes, as you're observing people around you and this and that. It's kind of interesting that you guys could like definitely enjoy people watching, but observing people, reading people, or just reading or observing the reality or space around you. I also feel like some of you could write, or you could be writing, or you could be writers, and this space of thought could trickle into many writings you do, or creations you make, or feeling spaces that connect you to a space of creation, right? Or meaning or purpose, or maybe like messages, like messages, like points of meaning that you understand or you bubble in thought through yourself, and maybe you guys share those or something. That's very interesting. So this is what's coming through in this random off message. I feel like you could find yourself in one of these moments soon. These could be a synchronistic confirmational message for you. I feel like your guides communicate to you a lot in these moments. You connect and expand your awareness and your consciousness in these moments. And it's just very interesting, maybe to connect in this way, in that space, because this is a very private space for you. This is a space that feels very isolated. You're in your own bubble of thought. You feel very separate. But it's interesting because that's the space where we feel the most separate, but we're also the most connected, because that is the astral shared collective consciousness when we zoom out to that space. Because we separate from the self, you see. When we say we feel separate to the things around us, it's because we're transcending inside the self, of up and above and beyond the self, into the collective oneness, into the collective mind space. And this is like why our thought trail is thinking in a way that is a bit more above the physical vessel, or apart from the physical vessel, or apart from the selves, and in this kind of breaking the fourth wall way, because you're tapping into the higher collective mind space. And yeah, you're pulling information from there, thoughts from there, perspectives from there, feeling experiences from that. You're just exploring there all the time, actually. But there's actually something sentimental I'm tapping into about the city thing. This is like you guys are, I'm tapping into like someone living their dream a bit, like a feeling of scariness, but independence, but newness and excitement. Yeah, that's what I'm really feeling with that unfamiliar city part. It's like exciting, but it's like in your head to yourself, you're like, I don't know, really deeping things or thinking about things in a really nostalgic or sentimental or grateful or like surreal way. I want to say surreal. Wow, this is interesting. Also want to add it into this reading right before we end this. I'm channeling that song. It's like, all around me are familiar faces. Hold on, I'm gonna have to find this. Yeah, really channeling this song, you guys. Mad World by Michael Andrews. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. Bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. This is so connected to to that feeling. It's like watching people go about their daily lives. Going nowhere, their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I want to drown my sorrow, no tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you, I find it hard to take. When people run in circles, it's a very, very mad world. Children waiting for the day they feel good, happy birthday, and I feel the way that every child should sit and listen. Went to school and I was very nervous. No one knew me, no one knew me. No one knew because you felt separate because you're above observing. You guys, I feel like you could be artists or musicians because you notice how this stance and objective of experiencing the world is very profound in a way that like this whole feeling is this song. Like this song is such a beautiful song, but it's again you and this whole reading energy is literally the energy coming through in this song. It's like the way they're observing, you know, looking at people going around, looking at their emotion, observing the emotional state of people, looking at what people are doing. It's like really coming out and drawing out to a higher perspective, but kind of seeing things for what they are and like, how do we feel about that? It's like your soul has a message for the world, or it's like your soul feels the grief for others, or it's feeling and noticing everything around it in the world around it, and it has this expression it wants to share, either through music or writing or through online or creatorship or journaling or writing or art or speaking or, you know, sharing or anything. You guys, you're an artist. No matter if you've never created art, you are an artist, because an artist is not what they do, it's the way that they perceive the world. And so yeah, that is what I feel very strongly for you guys, like a really old tortured soul, but in a very beautiful way, because you're just tortured because you're able to feel life to very deep, profound depths and abstract ways, which is really beautiful. So yes, that is what I have to add. I love you guys. Mwah.